Good morning, children. Today we are with the part 2 video of the chapter resources from your geography textbook for class 8th. In the last class, we have already seen the classification of resources. On different bases, we can classify the resources. As in the general classification of resources, we have seen different types of resources as natural resources, human resources, and human-made resources. So here we will see what is natural resources. Natural resources are those resources that are drawn from the nature or are the resources which are taken from the nature and are used without much modification. So there is no kind of alteration is coming what the human needs. Okay, so that is why it is given as they are used without much modification. Example: air, water, soils, minerals, etc. Okay, the next one, human made resources. So those are the resources which are made by the human beings. So you can see here, resources created by human beings are man-made resources. For example, buildings, roads, etc. You can see some pictures over there, okay, which are made by human beings. The next one is the human resources. Human resources refers to the number and ability of people. So such kind of ability as given here is education, health, skill, etc. And people are human resources. So the quality of the human resources determined by the education, health, skill and all. Okay. Then next one is the actual resource and potential resource. Okay. Next classification, and it is based on the development and use. Okay. So this classification is based on the development and use of resources. Okay, so first one is actual resources. Actual resources are those resources whose quantity and quality is known. Okay, and we know the uses of those particular resources. These resources are being used in the present. Okay, ഇപ്പം ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള റിസോഴ്സസ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുമുണ്ട്. Okay, and we do have the technology to exploit such resources. And examples, you can see the rich deposits of coal in rural regions of Germany, then petroleum in West Asia, the dark soil of Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra are all actual resources. Okay, so here what is this dark soil? So that is a black soil which is available in the Deccan Plateau region. So this is well utilized for the cultivation of cotton. Then next one is potential resources. Potential resources are those whose entire quantity may not be known, and these are not being used at the present. Okay, so such resources will have the capacity to be used in future. Okay, these resources could be used in future. The potential resources could be used in future. The level of technology we have at present may not be advanced enough to easily utilize these resources. The technology available with us today may not be sufficient for utilizing these resources. Okay, the uranium found in Ladakh is an example of potential resource that could be used in the future. So where uranium is used? So uranium is used in nuclear reactors. So you can see the presence of uranium in Ladakh, but it is not used. Then another example, So some 200 years back, high speed wind energy was a potential resource. Okay, 200 years back, other high speed wind energy was a potential resource, and those times we didn't have the technology to utilize this wind energy, but today we have windmills. Okay, so with time, other potential resources changes. With time, the potential resources changes. Okay, ഒരു കാലത്ത് പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ റിസോഴ്സസ് ആയിരുന്ന റിസോഴ്സസ് പിന്നീട് മുന്നോട്ട് ടെക്നോളജിയൊക്കെ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അത് പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ റിസോഴ്സ് അല്ലാതെ മാറുന്നുണ്ട്, ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബിക്കം ആക്ച്വൽ റിസോഴ്സസ്. ടുഡേ ഇൻ ദ കേസ് ഓഫ് വിൻഡ് energy, it is an actual resource, right? You can see windmills in Nagarcoil and Tamil Nadu and all. Then other classification of resources on the basis of origin. So here we have two as biotic and abiotic. Abiotic resources are non-living, while the biotic resources are living. ജീവനുള്ളതും ജീവനില്ലാത്തതും. ബയോട്ടിക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ജീവനുള്ളത്, abiotic means ജീവനില്ലാത്തത്. Okay, so examples are given as soil, rocks and minerals are abiotic, but plants and animals are biotic resources. Next classification is on the basis of exhaustibility or renewability. Okay, so here we have the types of renewable resources and non-renewable resources. So first, renewable resources are those which get renewed or replenished quickly. Then some of these are unlimited and are not affected by human activities such as solar, wind, etc. Okay, so its quantity is unlimited, yet careless use of certain renewable resources like water, soil and forest can affect their stock, right? So just take the example of water. If we are over exploiting water, overusing water, what will happen? So it will lead to water scarcity. So that is a problem. So we must carefully use these resources. The next one is non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are those which have limited stock. Once the stocks are exhausted means തീർന്നു പോകുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അർത്ഥം. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. Okay, ഒരു റിസോഴ്സിൻ്റെ സ്റ്റോക്ക് തീർന്നു പോയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വീണ്ടും അതുണ്ടായി വരാൻ thousands of years എടുക്കുന്നു എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, so such examples are coal, petroleum, etc. So that you have to remember a term, stock of resource. Stock of resource. What does that mean? It is the amount of resources available for use. It is the amount of resources available for use. Then on the basis of distribution, the resources can be classified as ubiquitous resources and localized resources. The resources that are found everywhere, like the air we breathe, are ubiquitous resources. ചില റിസോഴ്സസ് എല്ലായിടത്തും കാണപ്പെടും. ഓക്കെ, അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള റിസോഴ്സസിനെയാണ് യുബിക്വിറ്റസ് റിസോഴ്സസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ആൻഡ് സം റിസോഴ്സസ് വിൽ ബി ഫൗണ്ട് ഇൻ സർട്ടൻ പ്ലേസസ് ഓൺലി. ഓക്കെ, ചില റിസോഴ്സസ് ചില സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ മാത്രമാണ് അവൈലബിൾ ആയിരിക്കുക. സ്വർണം എല്ലായിടത്തും അവൈലബിൾ ആയതാണോ? അല്ല, റൈറ്റ്? സോ the goal we can call as a localized resource. So you will see here localized resources, the resources which are found only in certain places are localized, like copper and iron ore. And apart from this, you can take any other metal. Okay. Then another thing, the distribution of resources is unequal all across the globe. Okay. So in some places iron ore is found more, and in some places gold is found more, and in some places agriculture is important, and in some places the fishing is important, right? So such kind of differences are there all across the globe. So what all factors are affecting this kind of differences, or factors affecting the distribution of natural resources? Okay, so it is said as the first one as terrain. Okay, what kind of topography or the terrain a place will have? Okay, the availability of the resources depend on that. Okay, then the climate. In different climates, different resources will be available, right? Then altitude. What is altitude? It is height. Okay, the things which we see in the valley may not be found in the higher mountains, right? So these are the differences. And for today, here I'll stop. Hope you understood the session. So I'll be giving you the notes that you have to copy to your social science notebook, and you have to study the same too. Okay. So after completing your homework, you have to take a photo of your work and you have to send it to me. Okay, children, bye.